guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy 2024. This is our first video of the new year. I'm so excited. If you are new to my channel, my name's Amanda. We do all things beauty, lifestyle, fitness, and it all. We are a 9-to-5 corporate girly just trying to get by, just trying to live our best life. And today we are talking about one of my absolute favorite skin foundation products. I cannot believe we don't have a review already because I have been using this product mostly every single day since March. Who, what, where, when. So today's video is going to be all about this guy right here from Ilia. This is their Super Serum Skin Tint. It has SPF 40, beautiful coverage, and I cannot wait to show you guys the demo and all my thoughts on it. Spoiler alert, if you haven't noticed from this intro, I absolutely am a huge fan. So this is definitely a positive review. Nonetheless, if you want to see my thoughts in this demo, then just keep on watching. Alrighty, let's just jump right in. I'm so excited. When I looked back and realized that I didn't have a full review on this serum, I was pretty shocked by it because I use it every single day. Since basically I got it last March, I have been using it constantly. It is so good for every day. It's good for SPF coverage. I am just so obsessed. I do actually have two shades now because I started off with ST9 Porto Ferro and loved it through the summer. I had a little bit of a tan, so I knew I needed this shade. And now that I'm in the fall months, the tan has gone. There's no more sun. We are using ST9 Paloma. So I just went down one shade and it was beautiful. It was exactly what I needed. So we're gonna go in with ST9 Paloma today. Now, before we jump into the actual demo of this product, I do wanna talk a little bit about how I use it. So typically I do use it on an everyday basis alone. This is beautiful. If I need a little extra coverage, I go in with concealer. But if I want to add a little bit of spice to it, a little glow or a little extra coverage, these two products are fabulous. These are a drugstore. I use these products now a lot with basically any foundation, any serum. For every day I don't typically, but if I am going out or I'm seeing friends, sometimes I do it if I'm going to the office, but just for like work from home, I wear it alone. But the two options that I love going between are the L'Oreal True Magic Lotion. This is in Medium Glow 903. This doesn't give me any extra tan or anything like that. It really is like my skin, but just gives a beautiful glow to it. The second one is e.l.f.'s Halo Glow. This is also a glow booster, but it does give me a smidge more coverage than this one would. Both really great. So if I want a little glowy skin, but a little bit extra coverage, this is my kind of tried and true. And then this one, if I don't want as much coverage. Beautiful. I've never paired this with an actual foundation. I absolutely don't feel that there's any need to it because this gives a beautiful coverage on its own, and I will show you that in a second. I'm going to quickly prime. I'm just using a hydrating primer from Benefit Cosmetics. You can use whatever primer suits your needs. In the summer months, I typically tend to gravitate towards something that's a little bit more mattifying. But now that I'm in the winter, I do have combo skin. I still get oily in my T-zone, but I am dry as heck right now. So hydration is key. One thing that you do have to do before using this is really shake it up. I just tap it a few times on the back of my hand. This just really gets the product all. It even says it on the bottle, shake vigorously. One more thing before we jump in. There are 3 ways that I really do like applying this product. With my hands, with a brush, and with a beauty sponge. With a beauty sponge is typically when I'm looking to have like a more full face. I'm going in with the glow before, lots more concealer, bronzer, blah, 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 blah. For every day, I'll mix between my hands and a brush. The packaging is really nice. I do like it. It does have a teardrop applicator and it's very controlled, which is key. The only thing that I don't really love about the actual packaging is that it does get a little messy. I don't typically like putting it in my makeup vanity drawer. I actually sit it on top now because I've had so many times where it's leaked out. It does get messy. I do have to clean it up quite a bit, but of course you're gonna see that with a white bottle. Let's go ahead and apply. I do just a small amount. And then what I will do, even if I'm using a sponge or a brush, is I will take my finger and kind of spread it out because it is pretty liquidy. So as I'm like working on one side, I don't want it to like run down my face and be a whole hot mess. And now we're going to just push it into the skin. Do you see that? Like, oh, it's so pretty. This is definitely a very hydrating product, so if you have super oily skin, you might not like this, but if you are oily to combo, I think you will do just fine if you set it And that's what I do, and I have no issues whatsoever. This is a really great product for busy people that need to blend and get the heck out of here because it blends so quickly. Again, you can use your fingers and it blends so nicely, but we're using a brush today. Just drag whatever's left down. So this is what it is looking like on the skin. As you can see, it gives a ton of glow. So are these Glotion products necessary? Not necessarily, because it does give a ton of hydration to your skin. Really makes it look plump and healthy for sure. But mind you, it will settle in. So this is going to dry really nicely. It's not gonna dry matte or anything like that. But once I go in with concealer and then set it with my powder, it will look a lot more matte. But this is what it's kind of looking like right now, as you can see. So as you can see, you can still see my freckles. You can still see my beauty mark. You can still see redness under the eye. That being said, this does not give medium to full coverage. So if you are looking for something that's gonna provide you a ton of coverage, this might not be the product for you, but it is buildable. You could go in with another layer, cover up a little bit more, but I feel like this is the type of product that is like your skin but better. It's gonna give you some nice coverage, cancel out some of the redness, really even out your skin tone, but you're gonna still see your freckles come through. You're gonna need some concealer under those eyes, and you're probably gonna need concealer to cover up any blemishes. But overall, this is really what the coverage is. I can show you. I'll go in with a tiny bit more on the cheeks. That's not even a full drop. This is like half a drop. Just spread that. And then push it in. And you can even see with 2 layers on the cheeks, those freckles are still coming in really nicely. Like, I love that. That's my preference. But if you are somebody who is looking for a bit more coverage, again, this might not be the perfect match for you. This is what it's looking like, super glowy. I'm gonna hop off camera and do the rest of my makeup, and I will be back and we'll chat a little bit more. We are back and my makeup is complete. I really did minimal makeup today, so concealer, a little setting powder, blush, tiny bit of bronzer, and that's really it for the complexion. And this is what I do on an everyday basis if I'm going to the office or I'm hanging out like with friends during the day. The only time I really see myself pulling for foundation is if I have like a special event. Otherwise, like, I really love like a minimal coverage look nowadays. Let's talk a little bit further about this foundation. I'll give you a closer view of what it's looking like. The finish is supposed to be more of a radiant, glowy finish, and I totally agree with that, but it's not gonna move and slide around your face. Like, once you set your makeup, it really does stay in place. The coverage doesn't kind of like move around. It doesn't break up on my skin, even on my oiliest of days. So I will say that about halfway through the day, I do need to blot my forehead, but that is with literally every single foundation, serum, BB cream that I've ever tried. I've always had to do that because that is just where my oils break through naturally. So it's just something that I deal with. So if you have oily to combo skin, you might see that too, but if you're not, nothing else is gonna like slide around or anything like that. Now let's get a little bit further into the info on this guy. So there is 30 shades to choose from. As I mentioned, I love ST9 for right now, like in the fall, winter months. And then in the summer, when I get a little bit more sun-kissed glow, I go up a shade to ST10. Compared to a lot of other products that I've reviewed typically here on my channel, this one is a little bit more on the expensive side. This is $65 Canadian, but it lasts you. Like, you do not need a lot. I think in total it's probably 1 full syringe around the whole syringe. That can't be the right word. Full squeeze. The amount that I use typically on my full face is probably 1 full of the dropper, and then I drop like little bits around and work it around. So probably 1 full drop all the way around my face. So this will last you. I still have a ton left from my summer one, and as I mentioned, I started using it in March and I used it probably all the way until October and then switched over to the lighter shade. So it will last you. So I do feel like the 65 is totally worth it. Another reason why I think the 65 is totally worth it is the ingredients. And the fact that there is SPF 40 in this is just so incredible. I love products that are beautiful on the skin and has SPF in it. There's no flashback. It doesn't look weird. It doesn't smell weird. So I find that this is a really, really well done SPF type of makeup product. So as I mentioned about the ingredients, this is considered a clean product completely at Sephora, which is huge. I love that. There's also hyaluronic acid in it, and it's also fragrance free and oil free, which is so amazing for your skin. It also did win the Allure 2020 Best of Beauty Award. That's kind of cool. So that's pretty much all I have to say about this product. I love it. It is definitely my go-to every single day for the past few months, which is why I'm so stunned that I've not done a full review. I've shown it many times over on my Instagram and on my TikTok, so I felt like it was time for a full review on this product. But nonetheless, I think that's going to wrap it up. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them below in the comments. I'd be more than happy to chat. Nonetheless, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and of course, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.